It's your boy Amari Points here. Today I'm doing my latest movie review on Hidden Figures, starring Taraji P. Henson, Dor- uh, sorry, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe. This movie is based on a real, true event that happened years ago in 1961. It tells the story of Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary, who were the brains behind the biggest and greatest operation in all of NASA history, as most of you know. This movie will honestly entertain you, educate you, and enlighten you as well. This movie basically tells how anyone who works in a small division can work their way up to accomplish their dreams. What everyone should love about this movie is, well, basically it has a really great story, and also it has the best cast of all time. What it didn't, what I really loved most about this movie is that they actually stood to the plot. They didn't make up no fake stuff or anything. It was actually all of this movie is 100% true. It it all the story is not fake. All of it is real. What I can say about this movie is that I loved how they actually took the time to not screw it up and stick by the plot of what happened in 1961. It's true, back then, usually, usually, sorry, back then it was basically still black and white people doing living in separate doing sorry, I apologize if I can't speak today. This movie tells how like black people had like separate fountains, how black and white people had separate fountains, separate areas in the library, and separate bathrooms. And Catherine, she wanted she wanted she was so smart in this movie. She is actually she actually helped in a huge way. I don't want to spoil how, but she helped a lot in NASA. She could do math extremely well. She knew how to punch numbers. And Dorothy, she knew how she knew how to make sure to work a machine with the IBM. She knew she knew there was something wrong with the machine in an instant. And Mary, she she also knew how to work the engines for the rockets. She she made sure that they were on point, they weren't messed up, and basically made sure they could fly. The but the real and what this movie is basically explaining is how no matter how small, no matter how bad your life is, or you start at the or how bad or how you start at the bottom, you always work your way up to get towards your goals, I mean, and keep on pushing. But the real stars who deserve but the real stars who deserve recognition for this movie are Taraji, Octavia, and Janelle for their excellent performances that showed breadth and humanity to their characters and determination. I loved how these three girls brought the characters who are real in real life to life. They showed like what they went through in the past and made sure not to screw up their performances. Their performances were absolutely wonderful. I loved how they basically I loved how they brought this their all their characters to life, and base and how they showed how Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary went through in their lives while being at NASA. even though they were in a separate build, even though the three girls were in separate buildings, they somehow managed to work their way up and get to where they are in NASA. And they are also supported by characters by the rest of the cast who gave excellent performances too, such as Kirsten Dunst, who played the boss, who saw potential in Catherine. Jim Parsons Jim Parsons as Paul Stafford, who actually he's just like one of those characters who like forget her. She forget Catherine. She doesn't actually know all of it. All of it. She thinks she's so smart. And Aldous Jackson played as Levi Jackson, who did an excellent performance on that character too, and Glenn Powell as space legend John Glenn. Each of these characters delivered something that was affecting and heartwarming, which is basically what makes the soul of a true story movie. If people didn't do classic movies like that, we wouldn't have a true story movie at all. It's just, it wouldn't be right. It would be just dull and boring. But actually, what I loved most about this movie, it tells a story. It tells, no matter how hard people push you around, you always get back up and keep on pushing towards your dream. This is one of the main reasons I love movies like this. It tells true stories, it tells determination, and it tells how people in real life actually had struggles in their lives and show that they're not the only ones who went through so much in their lives. And I hope one day they do more movies like this, basically telling true stories about about famous people in NASA and more history lessons for people to learn. And on to the rating. I give Hidden Figures an A because their performances were wonderful, and I loved how they stood to the script and stood to the true story too. And also, I loved all of the performances that these actors did. They they literally blew my mind away, and this movie also inspired me to keep going after my dreams no matter what people say. I still gotta keep going. I'm not gonna stop for anyone. And the same should go to all of you that watch this movie review. Keep on pushing towards your goals, and if you see this movie, it will really inspire you to keep on going and not give up. I'm literally mean this. Keep on pushing and never give up at all. And I think that's about it for my movie review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And also, keep on voting for my chick flavors for the latest Duos of Flavor contest. I'll be posting a link below the video, and many more. I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. Take care and God bless. Peace.